So even though Tommy Sugiato was the seeded player in that men's singles, I think talk about a small surprise of the Asian Games champion Jonathan Christie. Now we turn our attention to men's doubles in the last semi-final we've got for you here today, and features the unseeded Malaysians Choi Ka-ming and Lo Juan-shen. They're up against the number 8 seed from Japan, ENDO and Watanabe. Here we can see the men's doubles draw. Possibility of an all-Japan final in men's doubles. That's the case in women's doubles, I can tell you. Only 2 seeds left in the quarterfinals, and qualification pair all the way to the semis. Choi So-ju and Seo Seung-jae, but lost earlier today to informed Hoki and Kobayashi of Japan. So, some pictures of the crowd here as we wait for the players to enter the arena. Here they are. First the Malaysians, and then Watanabe and ENDO. Malaysians are independent players. Lo and Choi were assigned from BAM earlier. BAM is the Badminton Association of Malaysia. Resigned earlier this summer for a major cut in the number of players was announced. This is the first time the 2 pairs meet. Malaysians have played lower ranked tournaments or have lost earlier in the World Tour events that they've participated in, and trying to sort of raise their game to World Tour level. Currently ranked 75th in the world, the Malaysian pair, but has been as high as 26. And they were with the Malaysian Association and played a sufficient number of tournaments. So here's Choi Ka-ming from Kuantan on the eastern part of the Malacca Peninsula. His highest rank is 25th in the world with Oh Yao Han, who he won the World Junior Championship with in 2009. And highest ranking with Lo Juan-shen is 26, just 1 spot lower. Here is Lo Juan-shen. Well, it seems we don't have any profile on him, but I can tell you that he's 24 years of age. He's from Seremban, just 60 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur. Here's their road to the quarterfinal. 2 rather convincing wins against Chang and Liu, the qualifiers, and then Lau Min-chun and Su Chin-heng, who was semi-finalist in was Indonesia Open earlier this year. They're ranked 69th on the World Tour. The Malaysians only played 4 tours, as we here get a profile for Hiroyuki ENDO, the experienced Japanese player. He used to play with Kenichi Hayakawa, but now plays with young Yuta Watanabe. Watanabe, the left-hander. 10 years age difference between the two Japanese players. Rather convincing yesterday in their win against Aaron Cha and CHOOI from Malaysia. His umpire Kang Sun Yong and Sachawan Mahadu, his service judge. So the best results from ENDO and Watanabe is runner-up in Malaysia, 750, and Thailand 500 this year. Plus they had a semi-final in All England, the Super 1000 tournament. Lost that one to Bowen Morganson. ENDO and Watanabe, as you saw, ranked the highest ever as number 13. Of course, ENDO has been as high as number 2 with Kenichi Hayakawa. So interesting to see whether Loh and Choi can do better than their fellow countrymen yesterday. Chen Su. It's going long. The flicker. Said to the Malaysian newspaper today that was, of course, a really nice chance for them to make it to the final. And perhaps even get their first tournament win. They're relatively old for a Malaysian pair without really having made a true breakthrough. They won 2 tournaments in 2016. That was the Indonesia Challenge and the Malaysia Challenge. Played the World Championship as well in 2017. Got a late invite. Lost in the third round to, in the second round to Bowen Morganson. But it's not like they have really bad losses on their CV, the 2 Malaysians. Lost to Alfian and Adianto. Can do that. Conrad and Colling, that's possible. Liu and Jiangnan, the world champions. Happens once in a while, and then a loss in Thailand to Israenet and Namdae. They went on to win the tournament, so nothing serious in terms of bad losses that should warrant that they should lose the belief in themselves and resign from Bain. So they look rather tense, the 2 players in red shirts here, but not much in it point-wise. Trailing by 1. So, a 4-point lead for Watanabe and Endo as we enter the first mid-game interval. Fairly convincing lead, in my opinion. CHOOI and Lowe have seemed a little bit marked by the situation. This is, of course, the best ever result. This one semi-final in the Super 500. After they resigned from Badminton Association of Malaysia, the club Ampang Jaya and the head coach there, Ho Kek Mong, took the players in and supported them. But of course, hasn't played that many tournaments. Excellent attack there by Lowe and CHOOI. Definitely some good skills in the attacking game, the two Malaysians. For those who were with us yesterday, they would have seen Yuta Watanabe in this style here, so quick on his feet. He seemed a little frustrated. He didn't get that behind his back. Didn't go over. Oh, that's powerful. smash by Watanabe. Shuttle collapses again. Makes it difficult to return. You can totally squash it every time you hit it. Straight down the middle with the backhand there. Defense by Watanabe. That was so efficient yesterday against Chan So, and seems like it's still working. One of the interesting things are that both these pairs played really late last night. In fact, Low and Choi played the last match, and there was no drift there. Suddenly the drift stopped in the middle of a match, and there's very little significance what side you played today. There's still some drift. Sideways, left to right. Sorry, right to left. And alongside the court from Low and Choi towards the Japanese side. But it's going to change now as Endo and Watanabe take the first game in quick fashion, 21-13 after just 11 minutes of play. To say, two Japanese coaches compared to convincing, I think. Endo and Watanabe was in the first game. I think they quickly got a feeling that they had that game under control. Yeah, some Japanese supporters. They could secure the second Japanese win here in Korea. They're certain of winning the women's doubles title. Already one finalist in the men's doubles, and of course Otsumu Yokohara with the possibility in women's singles. counting a little bit too much on the sideways drift there from Hiroyuki Endo. Oi, it was a little too late on that one low, but what a great defense from Choi Ka-ming. They haven't played a tournament since Malaysia Open Super 750, lost in the first round there to Alfian and Ardianto in 3 games, but we know that Alfian and Ardianto, they were in amazing form at the Asian Games and have really improved, so in my opinion not such a catastrophic result. And this tournament here they've beaten Chan Ko-chi and Lu Chia-pin, who comes with a fresh victory from Indonesia Super 100, Yao Ming-chun and Su Ching-heng in straight games, and then a strong Thailand pair, Ketrin and Puavaranukroh. So, in my opinion, excellent performance by Loh and Choi. One of the things that I come to think of is that Malaysia, with Choi being the former World Junior Champion, they've been... Oh, he hits him down the back. Well, Malaysia, they've not been really good at developing their World Junior Champions into successful senior players. They've won 7 World Championship titles in the World Junior meeting. That's most of any nation. But in my opinion, only Tan Boon Hyung has become a player at the same level in senior badminton. Good rally here. Eventually, Watanabe and Endo stamps their mark on the rally. Excellent interception by the left-hander. I have a feeling that they need to win one of those longer rallies, Choi and Loh, to get that extra self-belief, the boost in confidence. Again, intercepted by Yuta Watanabe. Clever smash. The first one by Hiroyuki Endo. He didn't hit it full power, but was so ready to pounce on the next one in a really good position. That one. Then the full power smash came from the backhand side. Dominant performance here in the second game by the 8 seeds. Only seeded pair left in the tournament. So it's on tape. Manaki. Maybe talking something regarding to this match, but it could also be for developmental reasons. We should have left that one. He broke a string, Endo. That's why he used a lot of power at the net. Wanted to make sure it had a chance of getting over. They're going to play next week as well. Low and CHOOI entered in the Taiwan Chinese Taipei Super 300. Good attack there. Congratulations. Seems like ENDO and WATANABE, they're playing at a higher pace than Low and CHOOI can cope with. Eventually, they got their way. ENDO and WATANABE. Not afraid to work hard. Great read by ENDO. Played well in this match. Both Japanese players. Seems a little ahead of their opponents thought-wise. They seem to have a good idea of where the next shot is going to come. Yeah, they're a little bit more relaxed now in the Japanese corner. Good points to Low and Choi, but being one game down and still 17-9, one feels that it's more or less consolation points. Very often we see that the concentration level drops just a little bit with players and pairs that have big lead. Goes wide. So it would be their third final if they score 3 points more. ENDO and Watanabe, their third final of the year, and their third final where they play another Japanese pair. They're probably quite satisfied that it's not Kamura and Sonoda who've won the 2 previous finals that ENDO and Watanabe have been in. Good drop shot. Good deception. Fantastic rally. Finally he kills it, Hiroyuki Endo, but what a fantastic rally. That was excellent badminton from both sides. 56 shots. A little disappointed that he didn't dive there, Watanabe. There's the final smash. Powerful. Is he? Hiroyuki Endo. Was the same case yesterday. Definitely the most powerful player on court, also against Aranchia and CHOOI. So 9 match point opportunities for Watanabe and Endo. Not on the first chance, but they've been convincing in this match. There it is. They book a spot in their third final on the World Tour this year. In just 28 minutes, defeat the independent Malaysian pair, Choi and Low. So umpire confirms 21-13, 21-12. So that concludes the action for today's semifinals here at the Olympic Handball Stadium. Here's how it happened. We started out in men's doubles, where Hoki and Kobayashi continued their good form from yesterday and defeated the qualifying pair, Choi and Su. Then another convincing victory in mixed doubles, where former World Junior champions He Jiting and Du Yue defeated Hua Varanukro and Taylor Chanachai. Zhang Bei-wen took the spot in the final and broke Korean hearts as she defeated the home favorite Sung Ji-hyun. Then Cho Chen-chen, the Asian Games silver medalist, reached another final after coming back from a game down against Kenta Nishimoto to finally win in 3 games. Same was the case for former world champion Nozomi Okuhara as she defeated the top seed Yamaguchi 2-1 in games. And also the Danes, the second-seeded mixed doubles pairing of Christiansen and Pedersen, came from a game down and eventually ousted the last Korean hope of a final. Beat Siu and Che in 3 games. Tommy Sugiarto defeated the Asian Games champion Jonathan Christie in an all-Indonesian affair in a very close second game. And then, as you saw here, Endo and Watanabe very convincing against the Malaysian surprise Choi Ka-ming and Lo Jun-chen. So, no more action here from Seoul today, but we're back with all the finals tomorrow at 1100 local time, that's 0200 GMT. In the meantime, from all of us here in Seoul and from myself, Steen Pedersen, bye for now.
Okay.